Hello, guys and gals. Welcome to the Thursday night live stream. Good to see you here. We got a few special guests. We got Georgia Trapping here with us. I'm
Hello,
glad
guys
to have
and
him
gals.
on.
Welcome to the Thursday night live stream. Good to see
Got
you.
echo. Hang on.
Special guest.
I think it's
Georgia Trapping here with us. I'm glad to have him on.
I think it's you, Critter.
Thursday night live stream. Good to see you.
Bear with me, guys.
Guest. I think it's Georgia Trapping here with us. I'm glad to have him on.
We got echo. I think it's Critter.
Good to see you. Bear with me, guys.
Yeah, it looks like Critter's mic's live.
Let me. Yeah, it's you, Critter. I'm gonna have to mute. Okay, that's better. Sorry, guys. I apologize for that. We got Critter on here too. Got Echo here's co-host, and I didn't get with you to hook that thing up. I'm glad. I appreciate you all dropping by. It's good to see you. And I want to turn it over to Echo, and then we'll go over to Georgia and around the square.
Good evening, folks. Glad y'all could come by and join us. Welcome to the chat tonight, and we've got a pretty good little show ahead of you for you guys. AR has been nice enough to invite me over tonight. I appreciate that. I want to thank you. Go ahead, AR, and take it from there, brother.
Hey, go ahead, Georgia Trapping. What's going on, brother?
Hey guys, just been reloading a little bit of 38 stuff and working on those, getting used to my dies. Hopefully this week I'll get some 38 specials loaded up.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's your first rounds you've loaded?
Yeah, this will be the first rounds I've ever loaded. So
cool.
I'll take them out and test them. I'll load them up, and from the lowest, I'll add a little powder to them and see how they shoot. See what shoots best in my gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I appreciate you coming in here, Georgia. I'll just call you Georgia. What's up, Hasbro? How you doing, brother?
Hey, AR, I'm doing good. Good to see you all out tonight, and looking forward to a great show. You got a lot of good people on here, and a lot of good people I know show up in the chat because I've watched that for several months.
We appreciate having you on here, man. It's good to have new faces and good people to listen to in here and talk to. And hey, Mac's on the side. I sent you a link, I think, Mac. He'll be here 5 to 20. It says 1,520 minutes. I know that's not correct.
15 to 20 minutes, I'm guessing.
1,000. I know. I was just joking.
I'd be like,
yeah,
we may not be alive.
What's going on, Critter, with you? What you been up to, brother?
Hi. It's hot out there.
Can you turn your volume up a little bit, or is it me? Does he seem low to you guys?
Next week.
Yeah.
108 next week.
We can barely hear you, Critter.
Why you can't hear me?
I mean, barely hear you. And
it sounds like he's using a styrofoam cup with some yard string.
Oh boy, remember that as a kid?
Yeah.
One of those things. Let's see if we can get your sound going here, right?
How about now?
Yeah.
All right.
Start talking. See how you sound.
Any better?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We can hear you now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been running in the 90s and the 100s since Mother's Day.
Ooh.
It's supposed to be 110 next week, 108 to 110 next week.
Jeez. Apparently it gets hot in Texas.
Summer. It's going to be a brutal summer.
I think it's going to be pretty hot here in Georgia. Last summer? I was telling Echo here, and I've told some of these guys this before. It was so cool at night here that my AC bill was, I didn't even put window units in my house. I just left the central air on all summer. I'm cheap, I admit it. I actually put the window units in. I think the bills are going to be high, I'll just shut the system off and I put a window unit in it.
You see my heating and AC unit.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Appreciate you guys being here. It's good to have you.
The one sitting in the chair was my heating unit in February when it froze over.
Yeah, I see that one. I've had them freeze over. I got 3 out there in the garage stacked. That way, if my main central unit goes down, I got one for three rooms in this house. Well, 3 bedrooms.
It dropped below 0. I grabbed the dog and a big old heavy blanket. We both sat there until one of us had to go pee.
Mm-hmm. Let me, right quick, guys, I hate to keep you sitting here. Let me run down the side chat right quick and do a shout out for these guys. Got Andy79Z28 here. Mr. Walter Bunning, good to see you. Walter and Andy. Got PA Reloader, Pennsylvania Reloader here. Thanks for dropping by, PA Reloader. Michael Hurtnick, he's always with us. I appreciate you being here too, Michael. Got somebody D-Dub D337. D-Dub D337. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you dropping in. That's somebody new. Who else? Reloader762 here. He's present. Who else is here? God, it's been so long since I streamed, I forgot how to scroll. 2A We Stand is here. Hey, good to see you. Appreciate you dropping in here, man. Bending Ballistics with us. Eagle Run. Good to see you, Eagle. Mac Man's going to be with us soon. 2A We Stand, I call. Appreciate you coming here, 2A. You're always welcome, man. If you want to come on the panel, you're welcome. I'll send you a link sometime. Just let me know. Especially if it's just going to be a panel thing. Who else here? Eagle Run, Michael D-Dub. Let me see who else is here. Georgia Trapping, he's up here. Got Hasbro over here in the thing. And Alaska One Andy. Yeah, appreciate all of you guys showing up tonight. I went back to 8:30. It got where, I'll be honest, I used to be a night owl. I've told Echo this for years. I'd sleep. I'd even sleep on Saturday so I could stay up all night Saturday night. I'd sleep on Sunday so I could stay up all night Sunday night back when I was younger. But now, last time I streamed at 9 here, I think I didn't get to bed till midnight or 12:30. Time I got out of the room here and got me something to eat and got my water and everything else topped off. And, it was a while. I've been losing my voice lately too. I've been on antibiotics. Cipro. And hey, Info Bros is here. Good to see you, Info Brothers, I meant.
Hey,
good to see him.
Walter, Info, Michael. Yeah, that's for me.
Yeah, appreciate you dropping by. You guys are feel free to talk about anything gun related. You know, if you want to slot, just don't feel intimidated. Just talk when you want to talk. If there's a space. Seriously, be comfortable. And if I can shut my mouth, then I can let you all talk. I do want to talk about the new squad weapon a little bit. I also checked out Military Arms channel, Mac. I watched his 3-guy review. I don't think it was a live stream, but it was a show he did. I find it interesting. I wish you lived closer, Echo. We could have we could actually sit around and have a 2 and 3 round thing, and actually create a show on video and pull it up on the internet. But check out if you researched any of you all researched that new weapon for the Army or in the military.
The one that Sig's building.
Yes, the barrel burner. That and a lot of other things I could talk about. Technical things, I don't know that much about it, but I'll tell you one thing. They say that the average muscle guy can't even hardly hold that thing under control on full auto. It's just overpowering. They said no small stature man, woman can handle that thing on full auto. I mean, it's mind boggling. I would say if any time in history the military got this wrong, it would be okay for maybe special forces, Navy SEALs, absolutely phenomenal gun then. And not only that, it's going to cost them a fortune in barrel replacements because the barrel's only like 13 inches, if I remember. And it's, I can't remember the twist, but it's, some of you guys in the side chat may know that. But I just don't see it being a weapon. I mean, replacing it is ridiculous. I don't even think I could handle that gun as old as I am in full auto, regularly. And I can shoot shotguns when I was 10, 11, 12 years old. But anyway, I'll shut up and let someone else talk.
The M16 is very manageable with a 100-pound person, 90-pound women, even 90-pound men, what have you. Even children, 70, 80 pounds, have no problem with 5.56 loads with that recoilless rifle system. I don't think this new system is going to fit all across the board like they're expecting it to. And with it having full auto that's uncontrollable, that's almost seems like a gimmick. Oh, it's got full auto. Just don't use it because you won't be able to control it.
You know what the pressures are on that rifle? 80,
I heard they were
80-something thousand.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean,
Now what-
like I said, for special forces, it'd be fine, but
What caliber was it?
6.8,
8 or 6.5, I can't remember.
6.8, 5.1, 5.51. It's a honker. Takes big old, I think 25 round mags. They're heavier too. And
They are. If you have anybody on your channel that's a manufacturer or developer of that, just let them know I'll volunteer as an old fat guy to give it a try.
I'd love to shoot it.
What we used to do is take the sling off the back part of the rifle, and step on it, then let it go, rock and roll, full automatic.
Yeah, like I said earlier, guys, there's no way the 100. They were even talking on Max Channel that a 150-pound person would struggle to maintain the control of that weapon. Go figure.
Sling, it ain't going nowhere.
I don't think it's going to pan out like they think. The thing is, too, they say it's going to cost a friggin' fortune. I mean, literally barrel replacements, and I mean, you name it. They say it's going to burn out really like 1,000 rounds, like if you did it in full auto. Being on the battlefield and burning out a barrel in the middle of combat.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying that some firefights exceed 1,100 rounds. And you're saying barrel life 8 to 1,000 rounds in full auto. Well, if you're in a really bad situation, you're going to be firing the weapon system as fast as you possibly can to get whatever's on the other end away from you. I would say that just doesn't make any sense.
Well, on the dark side of it, you can always find another barrel gun.
They said they were talking, Mac, his channel, he was saying the good thing about it was that on the battlefield, you can switch it over to a 308. It takes the 308 too. And a 6.5 Creedmoor, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong now. I haven't studied this rifle. I just watched Mac's channel and then I did a little reading on it. So I haven't really got into it deep enough. But to me, it just seems like a huge, what do we really expect in this day and age, though? Look, the government they can't do nothing right. How are they going to even buy weapons right? So go figure.
PA reloader. I started with the M16A1. While I went to Korea, they issued the M16A2 was the brand new rifle. The A1 and the A2 were full automatics. After I got out of the Army in '94, they went to the A3s. Those were 3-round bursts.
Yeah.
So then by the time they got to Desert Storm, or Operation Iraqi Freedom, they went to the M4. So I don't know about that 3-round burst crap because it was all full automatic until I got out.
I heard about the burst.
Yeah, the burst is not all what it's cracked up to be. The bad thing about the burst is it remembers where you fired it. In other words, when you go to fire a 3-round burst, if you just pull the trigger a little bit and 2 rounds go off, and you change magazines because the last 2 rounds in the magazine fire, you put a fresh magazine in it, you're on burst mode, you think you're going to get 3 rounds when you pull the trigger. Well, no, you won't. You'll get 1 round because the final round in that 3-round burst hasn't been deployed yet. So it will fire a single round, and then you will have fresh 3 rounds come off the next time you pull it. And a lot of people don't like that trigger system.
Yeah, I don't believe that it's going to be replacing M16. I think they did a boondoggle here. It's going to be a biggest mistake. I think it'll be used like for special operations and things like that. But the average person coming in the military is not going to be able to handle that weapon. That's a fact. It's just too much.
As far as an easy to learn on rifle, the Eugene Stoner rifle system is much easier to master if you've never held a gun before in your life. The M16 and M4 is a very easy platform to learn how to use.
Yeah, that's what I say. Bending bullets, it's being designed as a DMR squad weapon. Not well. They're saying it's going to replace. Some articles say it's going to replace everything, according to Mac's channel. Now that would be what I'm saying. Bending for that reason, it would be fine. But I do not think it's going to replace the M4, M16. I do not. It's just too much for small statured people, whether you're male or female. So it's just you all get a chance. Watch his channel on that. It's very interesting because you got Mac's a military. You're military. Critter could say, "What? How would you feel?" They're basically putting basically a 308 AR-10 and saying, "Here you go. Here's your heavier rifle. The barrel burns out after a while. Here's your 25 round big giant mags. Go, buddy." And you're like 125 or 150 pounds.
I was 105, 125 pounds.
You lost a lot of weight, though, didn't you, Critter? Unfortunately.
No. When I first enlisted, I was 103 pounds. I barely made the weight scale by a pound or two.
Oh, wow.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, Critter. They have a weight requirement that you have to be heavier than a certain amount to actually be able to join them.
I was 103. When I got out at basic and reported to AIT, I was 107 pounds. I went to my first duty station, Korea, at 112 pounds.
Jeez.
That's where I gained my weight, 130 pounds when I came back from Korea. I sat on a mountaintop eating ramen.
Wow. Let's get back.
But yeah, I think I don't know because I didn't shoot it. But when I first enlisted and started the basic training crap, they had the M16A1. By the time I rolled around and got into my first duty station, it was almost 18 months later. The April of '85 that they required me to qualify was in South Korea. I went out there, and since I was less than a mile from my my post, most of the unit came down to where I was at. I got to fire off about 6 magazines in full automatic. That was cool. You watch a barrel of my A16, my M16 just glowed orange.
Anyway, we'll get off that gun there. It's according to the articles, it's going to be replacing it, but I don't think it ever will. Even Mac said they didn't think it probably would. But you all get a chance, watch it. His 3-panel on it, and they'll talk about it. Let's talk about some trapping stuff here, Georgia.
Oh well, it's not really a good time of the year to trap, but I've been doing it. So, matter of fact, had the DNR called me today and asked me if I wanted to help them with a nuisance job. And I told him, I said, I don't have a nuisance trapper license. All I got is a commercial trapper's license. And so he said, no, I got to have a nuisance trapper. I said, okay. I said, well, check with me next year. I might get one. But we just been getting beaver calls that time of year. You know, beavers are active right now. So it's too hot to trap coyotes.
So what do you trap coyotes in the winter and then beavers in the summer?
Yeah, I mean, I'll trap beavers year round, but
Okay.
once it gets this hot and the ticks are bad and the snakes are out and the hides really don't, they molt, so you don't have good hides on the coyotes. So I don't usually trap them this time of year unless it's somebody calls me and it's ate the dog or something. So.
Hey, Georgia, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. I'll swing by Echo, pick him up, and we'll come up here and we'll make a nuisance for you and trap a little bit.
Hey, hey, y'all come on down.
My outside dog got cornered herself a possum this morning, or actually last night.
Oh yeah.
She had it cornered underneath the van for like 2-3 hours after I woke up.
Well, they've actually just they just passed a new resolution or law, whatever, where now we can trap raccoons and possums year round here because they're so bad. It's just we're infested with them. So
Wow.
I may eventually pick up a few more raccoons earlier. I don't much catch possums. I mean, I'll let them go.
Are hogs open season for you?
What's that?
Are hogs open season for you?
Yeah, hogs are year round here too.
Yeah.
I didn't think I had any raccoons out here until last April. My dog cornered one, and she killed him.
Wow.
Really?
So I get outside, let's find out what's going on. It was like 9, 10 o'clock at night. Flashed the light at her where she was barking. She had one in her mouth, and just before I said, "Stop!" and he went crunch.
Oh wow.
That dog.
And he was that raccoon was big.
We've got a lot of armadillos now, and we never had armadillos till what AR, maybe the 90s.
Yeah, I got them here too.
Yeah, I mean, but you
Yeah.
didn't see them in Georgia
No.
until maybe the 90s or a little later than that. We didn't
Don't
have
they
got-
don't
Go
they
ahead.
Georgia come in your yard and make those little holes?
Oh,
Yeah.
they'll root around like a little hog or something.
Yeah, I see it all over my yard every
Yeah.
morning.
They tear mine up too.
I had to shoot one last year. Damn thing
That's-
came to the yard. Well, actually, the field. The bigger dog was chasing it. It rolled up and healed up. My little dog up here kind of got curious about it. And it attacked. It went attacking him. So I shot the armadillo.
Yeah. I tell you, they're
Hey, I'll
that's
tell you
about
guys-
the only way you get rid of them. You
I'll
can't
tell you
trap
guys a
them.
quick story. I'll tell you a quick story about armadillo. I'm living and working in Oxford, Mississippi. We bought this house. It has a main part of a house, and the garage comes off in kind of an L shape. And on the back, there's a deck, right? I had to replace the deck. And
Yeah.
down at the corner of the house in the garage, there's like a hole. And it's like, well, what's that? And I'm digging it around. I hear this awful growling sound. It was an armadillo. Buried itself back up underneath the foundation of the house. I just mixed up a full wheelbarrow full of concrete because I was putting posts in to replace the deck. I just
Yeah.
concreted that sucker in place. He's still there.
Wow. I have a cage here I borrow from my son-in-law. It's, I don't know, 3 foot long, not real big, but I've caught possums in it. I've hauled probably 15 feral cats off of this property to the local pound here. I mean, also a Mancoon cat up from Maine, one of those big giant cats that they said when I got it there that it was actually tame. I kind of wished I'd kept that cat. But the others, oh boy, they were nightmares. I got one now out here apparently walking on my sports car because I got dust on it, and I'm trying to catch it, and it's kind of tricky. You got that little latch, a little hook on it, and if you don't set it just right, it won't trip, and it'll get the food. If you set it too light, then it'll just the wind will blow it, and the door will flop back down. So anyway, it's kind of a pain. But he's walking all over my car. Yeah. Here's a question from, it makes me mad too. I don't even like people put their fingers on my car when I'm out in public on it. Fur prices have been down, D337 says. Are they going to get worse with Russia not going to be buying? I'll let Georgia cover that.
Yeah, I don't see them getting any better for, Russia and China are probably our two biggest buyers. And with everything that's going on, I don't see that getting any better. But, Canada used to use a lot of furs on collars, coat collars, but they've pretty much done away with that now in Canada. And so I don't see things getting any better. I send my stuff off and have it professionally tanned. Then I'm going to try and I'm saving it up for about 4 years worth. And once I get enough furs, then I'm going to take them and sell them in the private market.
Hey, Vanessa, in Australia, they do trap it and kill cats. They use the cats. This is about 10 to 15 years ago. I saw a documentary on it. We're like, well, what? Normal half cats in Australia, they hunt them down.
Shoot, there's nothing worse than a bunch of feral cats crawling over your property and your dog going crazy and then crawling on your car, scratching your clear coat. That's
Yeah,
something,
feral Yeah.
No, it's just no cheap cage, Fuzz Fork. It's not a really good cage. It's not a good design. It's that cheap, you know what I'm talking about, don't you, George? That old cheap one with that tiny little hook on it. I've used the other one, the good one, with the little circle on it. Never have a problem. It works every time. This is a cheap cage. It does this. It's just the way it is.
Yeah,
I may-
it's the same type of cage that I had when I was in the Army. My last tour, well, basically I was in Yuma. We had an equipment shop that was 75 miles down the road, in the middle of our test desert. We had a building that was just sitting there. They had all the communications equipment in there. Well, they've got this feral-looking animal. They call it a coontail cat. It's not really a cat, but it's some kind of marsupial type of animal. It kept crawling up in through the cable racks, finding a nice warm spot on our the communications equipment, pissing on itself and shorting out of our equipment. We finally caught it, put it in the back of our pickup, threw a cover on it until late night, took it out about a different part of the desert and let him go. Those traps were a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I've used this cage for at least 15 cats and several possums, but it's still tricky. It's a cheap cage. It's just, I'm going to actually upgrade to one that's on, not at Harbor Freight. That's kind of one I got, not Harbor Freight, Tractor Supply. That's where mine basically come from. It's just cheap. I'm going to buy one of the better ones for about $90 at, who is it? Optics Planet. It's actually got a little ring on it, and it never fails you, boy. You just set it out there, put the bait in there, bam. But I've caught a lot of animals on this tricky trap. But it's gimmicky. It just slips on the metal. What it is, you actually hook it on a little piece of sheet metal. This cut out there. And it don't take much to trip it. And if you put it too far back, it won't trip at all. So
I got a better idea. You want a dog, 80-pound dog? If I die, I don't have to worry about anybody taking care of her. She hunts and kills for herself. She likes her meat fresh. And we haven't had a skunk, a mole, or well, we had a possum we had to save from her. So she was going to kill it too.
Appreciate you dropping by, Hobo. Hey. You're going to watch the Trekkie series. Have a good one, brother.
We walking by a tree, you'll get the trash can. There's a little bird popped out of the tree, and she got it. She ate it too. Burnt feathers and picked her off.
Well, you got some vicious animals on your own. You own some vicious dogs. How big are those dogs?
Just one, and she's about 80 pounds.
Okay.
She pulled me out of my wheelchair once. That hurt.
I had a 92-pound chocolate lab that could pull me. I'm 200 pounds. Could pull me completely off my feet with a leash. Snatched me up. Dragged me across the yard in the grass.
I had a 60-pound dog. I'm standing in the middle of the field in Illinois. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. He saw a damn rabbit, spun me around. Caught me completely by surprise. Spun me around, and I fell and it was on my right side. Put my elbow into my ribs, and I thought I broke my ribs. I couldn't really do much for 3 days.
Wow.
We used to
I
have,
just got out of there. Go ahead, Hobo.
Eric.
No, you go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'll go
I
ahead.
just say, we used to have Newfoundlands. You ever see a Newfoundland?
Yeah,
No.
I saw a lady
Yeah,
on
it's
TikTok.
They
I
are
swear
the
she was-
sweetest dogs ever, but they're huge. Our smallest one was 285 pounds. The
Wow.
biggest one was 325, but they only lived 4 or 5 years. They're really sweet.
Oh man.
They got webbing between their toes, and they can swim like crazy. They just love to swim, and that's they had them as rescue dogs for sailors. But we used to have to take that thing because the vets didn't have scales big enough. We'd have to take it to a grain elevator, put it in the back of the pickup truck, and weigh the truck with him in it, and the truck empty. It's not big
Wow.
weigh that big a dog.
I know my lab has got web feet. Even my mixed lab's got web feet. Got that web between it. I had a half English chocolate lab. Well, he was a big guy. Boy, he's something else too. Smartest whippersnapper.
There's a
you
young
ever
lady
seen.
on TikTok that has a big old huge black Newfoundland, and the lady looks like a keychain trinket on the dog's collar.
So you're saying she's smaller than the dog?
She is. Well,
Wow.
the dog takes up the whole car. They're sitting in the car, and she looks like she's sitting on the dog's collar, not in the seat.
Let's see. Hey. Got echo. Give him a second here to get that right. I'd like to see one of those up. I'd like to see one of those Hasbro. Well, I've never seen one. I love big
Yeah.
dogs.
They are, but they're just so sweet and they're so much fun. But when they swim in a lake, all you see is a black head and a wake. It's the coolest thing.
Mm-hmm. I know. How's it going, Mike?
I'm good. Sorry, I'm a bit late. Was busy today.
Oh, it's fine. I actually pushed it back to 8:30 instead of 9. I ran so late the other week doing that. I said, hey, I don't like that time slot. But, hey, I'll either do 8:30 or 9, either one. We'll see how it goes. Hey, we got Wes Covina here. Vanessa Kitty.
Hey, Walter. Hey, Michael.
Good to see you guys. So how's your week been going, Mike?
It's been good. I bought another pistol yesterday.
I knew this was coming. I figured it was coming.
Every week.
He buys guns like we buy Coca-Colas.
Yeah, I picked up that Canuck Rival,
Oh, cool.
and I picked up a Holosun Red Dot for it as well. So I'll do a video. I'm going to do an unboxing on it and a assembly of the Red Dot, and then shoot it the weekend.
How do you like the way it feels in your hand, the Canuck?
It's nice. And the trigger. I can't believe how good that trigger is for such a cheap sort of cheapish gun. Then the trigger on it out of the box is amazing.
I've heard it is. Yeah. I may end up getting it just for the optic and the trigger, if nothing else.
Yeah, it's a real nice pistol. I'm looking forward to shooting it the weekend.
Hey, we got Mark Thomas with us. Yeah, you gonna do a video this weekend?
Yeah, I'm going to do an unboxing of it. Then I'm going to do a assembly. I'm going to put the Red Dot on it. So I'll do a video when I'm putting the Red Dot on. And then I'll do another video. Then I'm going to go and shoot it the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys check his video out this weekend. I'll definitely be watching it. And got Wes Covina Dodge with us. Good to see you, Wes Covina. Fuzz Fork, I see him. Mark Thomas, he's joined us. Good to see you, Mark. Any of you guys want a link, just let me know.
How you doing, Echo?
Oh, I'm doing very well. Mac, how are you doing, brother?
Really good, really good.
He's been a little quiet tonight, Mac.
Sorry?
I said he's been a little quiet tonight, if you notice. I'm actually out talking him for a change. I'm just kidding. Kidding with him. I didn't even think he was going to come on there for a minute. I was going to text you, and we got to talking, and we was trying to get Georgia's sound going, and got that going, and I had to go to the software a little bit. But I appreciate him coming on. Oh, look at it. Oh, yeah, look at his thumbnail, guys. I like that. That is a cool one. Coyote face. There's a wolf. To me, it looks like a wolf, but what is it, Georgia? To me, it's a wolf, but I could be wrong.
Coyote.
Okay, coyote. Okay, they look like a wolf in a small picture.
Notice the nose.
Okay, yeah, very thin. Yeah.
The muzzle of his face.
Mm-hmm.
Real small.
It's just hard for me to see that far from my PC, and that, a dot the size of a quarter. So that's what it is.
The wolf, the dog, the wolf
Yeah.
is a wider muzzle.
Yeah. The eyes almost look similar a little bit from that picture from here.
That part of the head, as it goes up, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The muzzle's the big tail.
Michael says Echo needs some coffee. Bending says he loves his mechanics.
I do need a glass of coffee. I may have to go make one.
I don't touch coffee this time of night. Man, if I start drinking coffee, I'd be on YouTube probably to 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. I never shut up. Talk. And then what's weird is when I get off this, I got nobody in this house to talk to. So unless I call Echo and bug him a little bit, and
That's fine. I went and got my booster yesterday for the coronavirus, and my arm was all swollen, and I wasn't feeling too good today, but I'm shaking it off slowly.
what booster did you do?
I did the Pfizer, the first booster.
I haven't did a booster. I did the J&J, and that's it. I still don't know if I'm gonna do a booster yet.
I haven't got a shot square one. No. I ain't putting that.
What does Hasbro put up in those bullets? What's that? Those shells, Hasbro? I can see one's a 300 blackout.
Yeah, I was trying to get a better picture of that so y'all can see that. So we're talking
it up for you.
Game on. That is the 300 blackout, and that is 300 hammer. Let's see if I can get this thing to focus a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, so how much? Well, what's the? Have you ever tried to fill up the maximum of the hammer?
The capacity of it?
Yeah.
I haven't yet, but it should be the same as 300 blackout.
Really? Because I know I can only get 20.
It's the same case diameter all the way
blackout.
up until here. You just got quite a bit more powder in it.
Using 4100, I can only get 23 grains in there.
Yeah, he's saying like
Is that still a converted 223 piece of brass?
Yeah, you can convert the standard 223 brass or 556 to it. I happen to get a pretty good deal on their website because they're still trying to promote it, right? Brand new brass. Get that thing to focus here.
Now, wait a minute. The hammer's what's the hammer? 30 caliber?
It is.
Okay.
Is that large primer?
It is
Looks
small
like
rifle primer.
Okay.
It looked large from here. That's all.
Yeah, you do.
So yeah, so I was able to get I think I got, what did I get? 300 new cases. And I will do a video later on converting some, but I got the new to start developing loads first.
So what's the advantage over 300 blackout?
Yeah, to me, from looking at the ballistics, the biggest thing is you get 300 to 400 feet per second over it. And it's shooting heavier bullets in general, but they say it's the same as 30-30, and it looks like it from the numbers anyway, but I'll find out.
You don't have to cut 556 to 300 hammer?
Yep, you can.
I was thinking it was better than 30-30, what I'd originally read, but it's been a while, so I don't remember.
Well, I think it depends on the bullet, right? Like anything,
Okay.
they kind of bias the numbers and whatever. So that's one thing I'll do, and then see where it goes.
Is that going to shoot a longer range than the 300 blackout?
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, he said, this is the video I saw of Bill Wilson talking about it, that his goal was to get 30-30 performance, but basically taking a 300 blackout and designing it for supersonic loads. And that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I've been loading 300 blackout with 220 grain FX bullets.
This is, if you guys haven't seen, this is my third Wilson Combat barrel. I like them. I buy them when I really want to get something super accurate, but they're not cheap. They are, though, if you look at all their different lines and stuff of different calibers, I should say, they kind of give you a little bit discount on this barrel because they're really pushing the 300 hammer. They want people to take it on and adopt it in a big way. But the work on the barrel is just amazing. I don't have my bore scope set up, but it is it's mirrored inside, so you get what you pay for, right? But it's a pretty light profile. I would have rather had a heavier profile. It's a combination. They call it, I think this was called a recon. So it's kind of like a pencil up here and more like a government, a little heavier profile back here.
What's the length on it, Hasbro?
This one I got is 18. They make 16 and 18-inch barrels.
Nice
Actually, I
looking
think
barrel.
they make a shorter one too. But
Now what's the twist rate on that for the 300?
it is 1 in 13.
Okay.
So that's why he's trying to guide people to shoot basically 150 grain bullets down. It's not designed for the heavy stuff.
Gotcha.
But of course, like anything, I'm going to shoot it anyway and see if it stabilizes. It won't.
I bet it's a heck of a round loaded hot.
Yeah. I really look forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, I can't wait to see videos on it and get you on the show and talk about it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Between all of us, we do a lot of stuff. You know, reloading, guns, trapping. I mean, think about it. There's a bunch of guys on here that know things I don't even know, and calibers I'm not even familiar with. I've just heard of. And I know Mac. How many calibers you got, Mac?
Quite
It's not fair.
I'm gonna pit Mac against Hasbro. Who has the most calibers here?
Not me.
I counted up a while back how many I load for. That doesn't mean how many I own.
Well, Mac, you
4 rifles, 10 handguns, and only 1 hand.
Shoot.
So not me.
I'm just picking at you, Mac. I love some of those guns you got, man, are awesome. Wow. I love that Masterpiece Arms bolt actions you have. The Colt. Heck, I like almost every gun you got. Actually.
Yeah,
I may go over and knock on his door and crawl in a window and take some of those guns and walk off. Sneak out of his house with them.
Yeah, I got quite a few. I started buying some nice stuff now.
I showed some of the guys on the panel, but this is one of the custom dust covers I got. And so I'm starting to do that because I have so many calibers now. I just have 2 5.56 rifles, but the rest are variants of that. And so I kind of gone to getting custom dust covers that state the caliber, what's in it. So I like this one. It looked pretty sharp, and I think it cost me $15 or something. So not too bad.
That's a pretty good idea on the caliper on the cover. Never thought of that. But.
Yeah, I've done mine. All my 223 5.56 ARs are all FDE, and they got the matching FDE magazines. And all my 300 blackouts I've made in black with black magazines, so I don't mix them up.
If any of you all guys are interested, I know a company. I think they were $10.99. They may be $11 or $12 now. I don't remember. They'll do PMags. They'll laser them for like $1, and they'll laser caliber. You can pick out your graphics, and they got a ton of graphics, and they'll burn it in the side of the PMag for you. And you can't beat them. I mean, their prices are wholesale. Plus, the engraving is dirt cheap. Called I know they still got them. Called mysmokingguns.com. They do a lot of engraving on my PMags. You can even have 300 blackout, engraved on your mag. Let's blow you up here, man. Hang on a second. Oh wow, tell no tales. I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Reminds me of Johnny Depp. I bet he tells no tale. I bet he don't want. Well, I better shut up.
Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. The Echo on his channel is it comes from the same guys, and they laser engrave. I get to focus again here, maybe.
It comes from Smoking Guns. My Smoking Guns.
Focusing now. There we go. But the eyes, right? We see the eyes and the nose. That is where on the ones I had custom done, I put I built 2 identical rifles for a friend of mine and me. So I put his initials in there for his eyes and for the nose, and mine on the other one. And then when you flipped it over and fired it, it said 1 of 2 in the eyes on the other side. But with the laser, they can do some pretty cool work, and little things like that you can hide in there and customize things.
Now, who did that engraving for you?
You're going to ask me, I don't have the thing. I'll look at it. CustomDustCovers.com, I think is what it is.
Yeah, check out that My Smoking Guns. I actually talked with the owner here last year. I called him up and told him I think I bought, I can't remember how many mags I bought. 10? I don't even remember now. And one of them was ordered engraved for $1 just to see what it was like. I forget what I don't have to go back there and look at it now. I don't remember. It's been so long. Let's see. PA Reloader here. Let's see. James has got a question. Does it fit the chamber? That is what counts. Hang on, guys. Jeez. I don't know if I got COVID or getting a pneumonia this spring. Let's see. PA says, no, it doesn't fit the barrel. See what info's got going here. Info said, I got a scope combo with a rangefinder from Midway. Sig Sauer Buckmaster's rifle scope. 3x12 by 44 BDC reticle mat with Buckmaster's LRF 1500 laser rangefinder. 309.99. 164.34 use save 143. Oh, okay. Interesting.
That's a good deal. If you're what is that, a 3x9?
3x12 by 44.
3x12. Oh yeah, that'll make a nice deer hunting scope.
With a Buckmaster's LRF 1500 laser rangefinder. I got a oh God, I'm trying to think, what is it? What is that company? I'll think of it later.
I got something better. It's called a brush guard on a Chevy pickup. You just ride down the dirt road to hit all the deer you want.
Yeah, that's true. My brother, my brother, about every car he's bought in the past 14, 15 years has been hit by a deer here in Georgia. Or a deer. One deer actually charged him. He says, actually put his horns down and took off and rammed his headlights. Every vehicle he's had just about has been deer hit, at least sometimes 2 times, but usually once.
I hit one traveling an 80,000-pound truck, hauling watermelon up to Aldi grocery distribution center. Hit him at 75 miles an hour with a steel bumper. He caved in the steel bumper.
Jeez.
It had me worried because it had all this blood coming out. I thought it was radiator fluid. Of course, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I couldn't tell the difference between radiator fluid and blood in the dark. I just drove. If the engine blew, it blew.
2 beers down.
Walter says he ordered a new Labrador Light. I didn't even know they had a Labrador Light. That's something new from Midway today. No Bluetooth and same price as the standard version, which hasn't been available. Okay. Don't you own the other Labrador, Walter? I was thinking you did.
Yeah.
I got a Labrador.
You like it?
Yeah, it's very good. Very, very good.
I was originally going to get the, I think Walter talked about it, the one you strap to the barrel. Then I got to thinking, I don't know if I want to fool with that crap all the time. Maybe better just get $100 and shoot it occasionally. But let's see. How much is that, Walter, that Labrador Light? I wonder. If it's a decent price, I may get that.
Well, I haven't shot my DLX yet.
Do what now, Critter?
That DLX Pro, I haven't shot it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I shot at it, but I haven't shot it yet.
Gotcha. I hear it's a good one. I may end up just getting one of those. If I don't keep my glasses on, though, I'll end up shooting it. Does that guy wear deer in the heat for cologne? James Pollard says. What guy?
Your brother.
Oh, no, yeah. I don't know. He just had bad luck, man. He had a Dodge Challenger. It got hit. His trucks got hit. So far, his his used truck, I don't think he's had a deer charge yet. Of course, he's been out on workman's comp. So if he was working, he probably had already been hit. It's funny. I'm in the same area, and I used to stay on the roads, especially through the 90s. Always been lucky. Never hit a deer here in Georgia.
I don't drive at night. I won't drive my truck at night anymore.
Well, back in the 90s, I drove all the time at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Everywhere, Lakeland, near, you name it.
I'd gone a lot of years and never hit one, and I hit one a couple years ago with a truck that was a year old. And that thing, there's woods are right to the edge of the highway, and it jumps out. You didn't have a chance to see it. I see it flash. Caught it mid-jump, square on at 50 miles an hour. I'm telling you what, that's a pretty big impact.
D-Dub says, my cousin put deer whistles on the front bumper and sure within a month, deer stopped right in front of his car and he smashed it. Yeah, I heard they're supposed to repel them. Apparently that don't work. So I wondered if those things worked. Here you go. Walter's got that. It says, no, I have a Magneto Speed and a Caldwell. Oh, okay. I was thinking you had the. How much was that new one, Walt? Oh, he's got it $600. 600. Whoa.
Yeah, that's one I wanted before I bought the DLX. That they quit. It's in Canada. All the employees were like on hiatus, and it's $600, and they ain't making them anymore, or at least as fast.
I one time talking about Mac, your guns earlier, Mac. I actually thought about doing what they do on YouTube, taking one of my bedrooms and taking the walls out and putting rebarb in it and making it in a gun room at one time.
Oh,
Kinda
don't
like
tell my wife that. She'd go up the wall. There'd be just me more space for me to buy more.
You can even get the door out here, the door, and and frame it in, man. So your whole room is one. I think Bending Ballistics is going to do that, supposedly. It's working on it.
Well, to a half-inch metal cage.
Do what now?
Weld you a half-inch metal cage with half-inch thick walls of sheets of steel. Call it a metal cage. You mount it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to convert one of my rooms into a walk-in safe, but
be nice. So. I've been wanting to get the Stillwater safe. I don't know if y'all familiar with that online. Now, I'm not saying it's the best safe because it's not that high price. But what I like about it, it's EMP proof. You get a key, and it's reasonably priced. At least it was at one time.
Now, if I ever win the lottery, I'll
think
get a house.
Aren't you in a house now?
Well, I mean a house, but it's. I'm talking about 75 acres or 100 acres of nothing.
You got what, 5 now?
Well, I'm sitting on 12 and a half acres, but it ain't my house.
Oh, I thought you owned that property.
No, well, I don't own it.
Okay.
I don't own it.
Gotcha.
Maybe once they die, but I'm not going to do that.
Let's see what info.
Hey, AR.
Yeah.
You got a question for anybody on the panel or anybody in the chat, either one. So I was showing you this earlier. So for all the YouTube gun Nazis, right? It's empty, clear.
Don't hold it.
They'll knock my channel down. Totally.
Yeah, okay. We're going to do it like that then. Sorry. So this is a Glock. Yeah, sorry about that. It's a Glock 19. It's got the. I just bought a slide for it, and it's one of these dagger slides, right? But it seems to be okay. I haven't shot it yet. We'll see. But it's supposed to have this DLC coating on it, right? It seems like it scratches really easy. I don't know if anybody else has any of these daggers or slides like that. If they've seen something similar or not.
Like I said, I bought a slide. The guy was just selling it with that and 2 mags, and it was a bare bones slide. It was stripped completely slide.
Yeah,
I went and bought me the spring kits and all that crap that goes with it, and just used the slide on my original frame, and I turned that one into a can slide with a raised with a damn it, spit the tall sights.
Cross your fingers, guys. We may go down shortly. So if we do, I'll catch you all when they let me off of probation.
It's all right.
Uncle Jim did one on. He did with that. Not even on camera, and they took his down. Bam.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know that.
It's all right.
No, it's okay.
We should have mentioned it. You can't rack one or nothing.
But
I think you're okay.
What gun?
AR.
What gun?
Miracle.
Exactly. I think we squeezed by.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Typically, just the sound of it will get you taken down. That's amazing, isn't it? The sound of it. Go figure. Yeah, but it is YouTube. But Bending Ballistics has got
the biggest deal is you got to watch out between the Generation 4 and the Generation 3s.
Yeah, Bending Ballistics. I wish I could build a vault in the house. I really wish I could, but she would. It wouldn't be just the deer heads hanging on the walls. It'd be something else from my lower part of my body be hanging up on the walls as well.
Boy,
So yeah, I'd love
Yeah,
to, but
I'm looking
See
forward to
what you'd be really good if Mac, if what you did was bought the house across the street and let me live there, and I'd be your wife's best friend. I'd be like, what you guys need is one of those house safes, and where you can,
Yeah.
and just keep tipping on her and be like, and all of a sudden Mac's like, I got everything I wanted. I got the guy. I got the house safe, the whole thing. He's like, how'd you do it? Oh, it just cost me another house.
to be honest, Lou, I could probably do it if I bought her a Range Rover. She wants a Range Rover, and I won't let her buy one because it's just a piece of British crap.
Yes,
And I won't let her have
thank
one.
you, thank you. The transmissions don't do so well.
But if I bought her one of those, I guarantee I could turn my last bedroom into a walk-in safe without problem. But I just don't
Awesome.
want to get in a Range Rover.
When do you usually stream, George? I forget, Sundays, right?
Yeah, I usually do Sundays at 3:00 in the afternoon, Eastern.
I'd actually forgot you did that the other day and ran right into you. I look at the notifications quite often. You know, sometimes I'm late into those streams, but I enjoy yours. Getting in there.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I have to catch everybody on the replays. There's so many streams and the time differences. It's hard, you know. I enjoy listening to, like I watched Echoes today or yesterday, I think, and you know, I got plenty of time. I can listen to them. I just can't comment, but that's how I do 90% of my streams.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what were you asking about that slide? You got a slide, and it was scratched, or it scratches.
Yeah, we can talk about
really,
it. For sure.
It scratches real easily, or
You
got
mean
some.
me, Echo? You mean me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, out of the box, it would look fine. I'm just handling it. I have not rough handled it, and it's got scratches all over the thing. I haven't shot it yet, and it's got scratches all over it. So,
Wow.
How did you buy it? Out of the gun store or have it shipped to a store?
I had it shipped to me from PSA. But
You've already, you picked it up, so you accepted it. If you,
Yep.
Yep. Did
So,
you inspect it?
I could put a little oil on it, and it'll probably hide it. No big deal, but it's just annoying because, well, you can't hold it up to the Glock standard, right? Because that finish is perfect 25 years later. But I don't know. Just kind of, and again, I paid $130 for it, you know. So I don't know.
You can have that slide be blasted and black nitride gas coated, and that's what Glock is using now is black nitride gas. And I know the fella that does it for them are in Smyrna, Georgia. But I know another guy that does some black nitride too in Orlando, Florida. So if you need, I give you that information, and they can clean it up and then re-blacken it with nitride, and it'll harden it up and it'll make it less it'll make it less scratchable. Right. And it's better than like Cerakote or Durakote or anything like that. That's gonna, kind of do exactly what yours is doing.
Well, it's like I say, I got options. I just didn't want to mill my original Glock slide, and I may just end up doing that too, and then I can send this one out to be redone if it's a problem.
Yeah.
ARguns1776 just asked, and he just said that about bullet length. Mine are 1.053 reloader. That's what my 9mm that I'm going to use in my Carnot gun, my other pistols. So I run it just fractionally longer than yours.
Your chamber lets you do that, Mac. It's got a little deeper throat on it than his, I'm guessing.
I just load them to 1.053. That's when I set my dies up, it dropped at 1.53. I've dropped them in all my chambers, and I've cycled them through all my guns and shot them through all the guns, and they work perfectly. They don't catch, they feed, they extract everything. So that's just one on my 9mm, and that works on the the 2CZs I've got, the Beretta, and I'll shoot it through the Canuck this weekend, so it'll probably work in the Canuck as well.
Uh,
And in
I
my
don't- yeah, try running the brass through a steel die before you reload it. Size it through a steel die first.
Yep.
Load it and see how well it chambers then. I had problems like that when I first started. Until I
Are you doing
used
new, is he doing new brass?
a second.
Is he doing new brass?
Well, it looks like range pickup from what I'm gathering.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just run it through a steel die and check it with your chamber checker, or actually your chamber at the same time, and see if the brass drops right in.
Yeah, I use on 9mm. I use steel die to size 9mm. Mine, it's tapered,
Yeah, exactly.
and where it would actually, get the whole brass instead of like Highboy talks about this. The carbide go down and it misses part of that top part. It don't size it as
Yeah.
well.
Size it with the steel die, not with the carbide dies.
Yeah,
Try that.
they do work good.
I use the
You
red
gotta-
dies.
Yeah, with a tapered piece of brass.
Mm-hmm. Use steel 2 Mac.
Yeah, I've used to use the Dillon dies, but after watching that with the Highboy about how it just does the ring, and I've tried it, it doesn't size them very well. So I bought those red in dies, and it's perfect now.
Yeah, I got the same dies, the steel 9mm set. As a matter of fact, let me get the number for you guys on here so they can.
I went the gold route on
Check it
armor,
out.
Mighty Armories.
Yeah.
Color dies.
Those I would like to have. I'd like to buy one.
Those are nice, but damn, they're expensive.
Yeah, over $100 just for one sizing die.
Yeah.
Over 100. Mine is Series A 9mm 80172 steel die set. I don't regret buying it. And not only that, you have the 2-step flare, which is the best flare outside of the M die that's out there in the reloading world. You can't beat that. You use that flare too, Mike? The ready
Yeah,
flare?
that's the one I like that. Once I
I've got-
bought those red in dies, I don't bother with my Dillon dies anymore. I just use them.
Mm-hmm. I actually upgraded on the flare die and bought one with 10 coated. Titanium,
Yeah, I
whatever
did
the
too,
coating.
for the 45 auto.
Yeah, so you can't beat a good steel die. They work. And then I bought a Lee die, a carbide die for deluxe set, and I actually used the carbide a few times and the steel, and I just took the carbide back out of the way, and I don't even mess with it anymore. The only thing I use out of that entire die set is the Lee factory crimp die. That's it.
West
Yeah, Walter's
Cavona
right
Dodge asked, it's off topic, but I'll just answer it quickly. He says, why do British drink a lot of warm beer? It's not that we drink warm beer. What it is, a lot of the beer in the UK is made and it's very strong, and you can't pull it through like a normal beer tap where it pushes it up with air and it goes through a cooler, because it spoils the beer. So the beer is coming straight from a barrel, and they normally just pull it out and pump it by hand, or they put the barrel high enough so it just drains out into a jug. So it's always kept at room temperature, but they try and keep it in a cellar or somewhere like that, so it's a bit cooler. Because once you start running it through those coolers they have in the bars, it ruins the beer. So that's why a lot of people say, why do we drink warm beer? It's not that we're drinking warm beer. Mm-hmm. It's just that we're drinking good quality beer, which gets spoilt if it goes through a cooler and a compressed air.
The Germans
Sorry,
found out
change the
that.
subject, but
And let me
I'll take their warm beer and put ice cubes in it.
let me tell you,
Yeah,
I had a Heineken in Amsterdam, and basically I was at a pizza shop. It wasn't like I was at a beer restaurant or anything like that. I was just at a little pizza shop. I got a glass of Heineken and I took a sip of it, and it tasted miraculous. It was one of the best tasting beers, and that is considered like Budweiser
Yeah,
And
it's a cheap and nasty beer.
yeah, and but it doesn't taste anything like it does over here in America. It tastes even worse over here. I don't even know what they've done to it, but they've killed it over here.
I drank German beer when I was stationed in Pirmasens. They call it a perminator. It's like 10 ounces, 10% alcohol per volume.
Jiminy crickets.
But I would drink it with ice cubes. They'd serve it cold, but I'm like, man, that's not cold enough. Put some ice cubes in it. They thought I was nuts.
Yeah, I can't handle hot beer. I'm from America, so
I'm from Texas. I want some cold.
I once went to a creek here years ago. I think I was in my 30s, and a guy, he's got a cardboard box with apparently 12 packs in it, taped up with like duct tape. And he says what he does, he puts it in the freezer overnight, brings it out to the creek or camping, and he opens it up like a cooler. And man, you talking about some of the coldest beer I've ever had in my life. That guy had it. He gave me a few of them while I was swimming in the creek, and man, it was cold. I ain't kidding you. Yeah, it is a good expander. And Lyman dyes are good dyes too. Reloader 762.
Yeah,
like
Walter
Hey,
says
Echo, I wasn't looking at my screen when you talked about the pizza shop. Did you use the quotes pizza shop in Amsterdam?
Oh no!
Checking what kind of shop you went to, buddy.
Oh no! It actually was a pizza shop.
Okay.
Yeah. Me and my ex, we had went there, and I was hungry, and I was looking for just regular food because they have very little like American food. They have Burger King and Wendy's and stuff like that, but who wants to go to Europe and eat fast food, So I was just like, well, let's just hit here. It's a little pizza shop, mom and pop owned. We went in there and they had Heineken on draft, and I was like, I'll take one of those. And I was like, oh wow, that tastes so much better actually right here.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, I heard, I don't probably ain't true, that said over in Germany and places like that, and they actually go and have a vending machine where they can get booze. I used to hear that back in the 80s. Now, I don't know if that's true. Mac might know more about that than I would over there. But that's what I used to hear. They said Germans, they got their own vending machines and they pull out their beer. They drink so much. And I was only like 27 years old, and I said, man, I wished I lived there. Be drinking all the time.
I was disappointed when I went to Germany. I expected beef. I got stringy meat. I'm like, what the hell is this?
How'd you like their beer?
Cow.
Critter?
Huh?
Was their beer good?
Well, where I was at, they manufactured the beer there in their own town. And it was good beer. It was a strong beer, but it was good beer.
I've heard it's strong beer for decades.
But I would go out there and get a what the hell is it called? I forgot what the hell. Anyway, it's a stringy meat buried in gravy and mushroom with onion sauce. The only way you can eat the stringy meat. I'm used to beef, like sirloin and New York strip steaks kind of beef. This is more like somebody's dead cow. They scraped off the road.
Have you got many traps out now, Georgia, for those beavers?
No, I just pulled them. Day before yesterday, we pulled them all out. There was only that one beaver in there. I think it was just looking for new territory. So we just, it was kind of a hit and run type deal, trying to get in there, trap them for a week and get out. So I've got another call. I'm waiting. Supposed to start one next week, maybe. So we'll see.
Well, those beavers, man, they can tear down a tree quick, can't they?
Oh, yeah.
Or
They can just destroy some property.
Mm-hmm. What do you use? Is the bait? I looked online. It seemed like the bait's expensive for some of that stuff.
Coyote bait and all that's pretty high. Which, we make some of our own bait here. So
right.
I could make my own beaver bait, but That's the only thing that's selling good right now. The beaver caster, the caster glands, is selling for this year. I think it went between $90 and $100 a pound. So I make more money on selling beaver caster than I do the pelts.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a reloading question for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm looking in my spear book, it says my test loads were running a 6.5-inch barrel. Well, I'm gonna be shooting in a snub nose. Does that change any of your, your powder measures or any of the way you look at
All
stuff
that
like
does
that?
is slow down. It's not gonna be as fast out the barrel. Like a 6-inch barrel, it's gonna project it 1,200 feet per second.
Right.
Well, out of a 2-inch barrel, it's only going to project 900 feet per second.
Okay, so it doesn't affect
No.
anything except velocity of the bullet.
Just velocity. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but you'll get a cool muzzle flash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
imagine so.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you got a 5-inch Coonan, and no matter what you do, you have an 8-inch muzzle flash.
I've seen some interesting discussions on reloading and barrel length.
What you can do, Georgia, is when you look at your loading manuals,
Right.
it gives you the list of all your powders. At the top, it's the slowest burning powder, and at the bottom is the fastest burning powder. So if you want to go, so if you're using a snub nose, you want to start going down to the bottom of these pages to the faster burning powder. So the powder burns before before the bullet comes out to the end of the barrel. So you're not going to get so much burning powder outside. So it's like, say that this is a 44 Russian I just opened up. It's got Trail Boss at the top, which is the slowest burning powder.
Okay.
So if you were to shoot that, you'd probably have a massive muzzle flash, and your velocities would probably be down because the powder's not burning fast enough inside the barrel. So what you want to try and do is always go down the shorter the barrel, the lower down here you want to go. I think I'm right by saying that, am I, guys?
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's something I never knew.
Yeah, that's true. Hang on, let me get you off the screen. A lot of people don't talk about that very much.
Well, the powder I got is third down from the bottom, so maybe it'll be a fast burning powder. That's in my Heisman magazine.
Yeah, that's higher. Yeah.
It should.
Because that's what they normally do with all the magazines. They put it slowest to fastest normally on most of these loading magazines. So as you go down, it's going to be burning faster.
Okay, good. Well, maybe I'll be all right with this powder then.
There you go, Echo. I'm finally hitting the alcohol.
Thanks for dropping in, Walter.
I'll give you a call this week, Walter. Thanks.
You guys are probably wondering, I don't know if you are or not, what I'm doing, but I was showing AR before we started a handguard, and this is one of them I'd done a coating series on, and I decided I was going to strip it and use it for another one, and it's taken me now about 2 hours. This Jasco, if you guys ever use Alumahide from Brownells, they advertise, nothing's going to attack it, garbage. This stuff takes it right off. I mean, in seconds. But you got a lot of cleanup and all the detail, and that's what I've been working on, just kind of getting it ready. It's going to go on that 300 hammer.
Now, what are you actually stripping on there for the side chat and all of us? What was you saying?
I was stripping off Alumahide.
Alumahide? Okay.
Yeah. And that's Brownells coating. And, it's a pretty easy coating to apply. You just spray it, and you stick it in an oven and bake it, and you can't just wait, but I bake them all, get them a little harder, and it's been pretty good. But taking it off, like I say, they advertise, nothing's going to take it off. Jasco takes it off really easy. Nothing. I mean, it does seem to be pretty durable other than that, though.
Right.
Are you going to repaint it then, or are you going to be just leaving it as it is?
For now, I'm going to leave it as it is, and then I'll decide what I do with that hammer. If I do take it out boar hunting, I'll probably definitely camo this thing. So.
Let me see what this is. Bear with me 1 second here. Got a 10 here.
I've got the painting process, the coating, I should say, processed down pretty easy. And as far as I've got templates, to blend different patterns and different ways of making snake skin blends, and that all of itself is kind of fun.
Here's where
I'd love to do Cerakote. It's just a bit expensive to get started.
Yeah, good coating though. Going back to that Army gun we were talking about earlier. Here's an article on it. It says the NGSW is the Army solution to range accuracy and lethality problems in small arms for close combat force. It will replace the M4 carbine in the infantry scouts and combat engineer communities. The M4 will continue to be used for general purpose forces, essentially all other soldiers in the Army, for the coming decades. Marines are also expected to receive quantities of weapons for their close combat forces. They say that they found out because of this war we're having over there now in, well, not us, but, Ukraine. Putin actually says he's fighting a proxy war, which he's not. We're just arming them to the teeth, which that's fine with me. And they say that in that show that they talk about the Russian body armor. They say they don't care about body armor. The Russians don't. Their armor is crap. You can shoot a bullet right through it and kill the soldier. They don't care. So whatever they're wearing is not really quality. They don't even have Kevlar. It's so cheap. Is what I've heard.
Did you ever see the Enemy at the Gates? The first part of the movie? They issued a two-man team. One guy got the rifle, one guy's got the bullets. They send them off to the attack. That's their the hell they call it. I was going to say something. That's their tactic. They'll throw bodies at it. Their enemy. They'll destroy everything and anything within the grid that they're wanting to attack. They don't care.
All the years of hoopla in the media building up the Russian military, come to find out they're just like every other dictator military, which is usually crap, except they got a little bit more money for a little bit better powerful weapons.
This is where the U.S. military is better than anybody in the world.
I don't know if I told you or not. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. Go ahead.
Well, this is where the U.S. military is why the U.S. military is the best in the world. As an E5, as an E6, I was just designating. I was supposed to train all the people that were under me to take over my job. Just the same as the first sergeant was supposed. I was supposed to take over his job. It went and advanced, where the NCO Corps was the backbone of the military. The Russians, to some degree, the NATO nations kind of follow that doctrine. The United States is the only one that does that.
Good night, PA Reloader. Good to see you.
See you, man. Appreciate you dropping by. Yeah, it's amazing. Everything there in the military, they take bribes. They put cheap equipment out. They don't maintain equipment. They let equipment sit for months until the tires go bad. I mean, it's amazing how bad they really do. But yet it's not, because that's what happens in a dictatorship, the type of government they have. And it seems to be repeated through every country. You look back on history, the way the military was.
I was going to say, AR, I don't know if I told you. I think I told Echo this. I got an uncle, 80 years old, and he's a retired surgeon. And when this thing broke out, he volunteered to go over there with this Doctors Without Borders group. He just got back after 7 weeks in bomb shelters and everything else, just doing everything he can to keep people alive. And I just thought it was awesome for him to do that. 80 years old, I just can't imagine that.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think, is James Yeager left over there yet? I know he was going to go, and I don't know if he made it yet. And then I remember he did a video and said something about, no, I'm not taking your money. I'm still going or something. So I'm not even sure he's over there yet. I have to go back and look at his channel, but he was going over there and do some training.
Yeah, hats off to everybody that jumps in and volunteers to help them.
Yeah, I got a feeling if we ain't careful, though, Russia's going to label, Vlad's going to label us basically a proxy war and end up trying to fire either a missile or a tactical nuke at us, or one of our allies. Like if we're delivering, say, something from, Poland or wherever over there, anywhere, Sweden, and we're going in there with a truck, they'll throw a missile in there and knock it out. That's when we got to be careful. It could cause a World War III.
I don't think he's going to do that. It's called mutually assured destruction.
He's already warned us, though.
Yeah,
No, I don't think he'll take us to World War III. But I think if he was ever back down, that he would. Because why? He has nothing to lose. He's going to die. He's probably not in good health. Even if he's in good health, he screwed his entire career up. He has nowhere to go in Russia anymore. On the world stage, he's been destroyed. He literally cannot ever meet another American president, sit down, and even face to face. Nothing.
That's being cornered like that. You're right. That's what makes him dangerous.
Yes, he's a dangerous man right now. So I don't think it. Would nuke us. I'm not saying that. I'm saying a tactical nuke, battlefield nuke. He may end up doing. And not only that, they're threatening constantly to launch nukes on us. You keep threatening. The more you keep talking, pretty soon you talk yourself into it, and it winds up happening. So it's not good to keep talking about it like that. That was something decades ago. No leader would get on and just outside of Khrushchev and say, "Hey, we're just going to go ahead and nuke you," and keep repeating it in the media the way it has lately. This usually don't occur, but it is now. So it's not a safe time.
Yeah, another dangerous thing going on there too is everybody in the world, including us, are flooding them with all kinds of missiles, and where those end up and in whose hands,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's mad about that because he's basically saying, "Hey, we're actually what I've been reading. He says that Putin says he's at war with the NATO and America right now." Yeah, in his mind. So that's something else to think about. But I'm gonna do well, never mind. I ain't gonna talk about that one. PA Reloader left us earlier. Appreciate you dropping in tonight. Well, we've been going almost 10 o'clock. Hour and a half. We're down low. We may wind this up here shortly. Get on out of here. Appreciate you guys in the side chat. Matter of fact, let me run it down here let me run this side chat down right quick. Call these guys out here. We're about 3/4 through the show. If I can talk. Andy 79Z28. He's probably in the bed with his robe. Walter Bunning was with us. Andy, let's see who else was with us. PA Reloader was with us. Michael Hurtnick was with us earlier. D-Dub D37 was with us. Reloader 762.
Walter made a comment about my post on the forum about those chronographs. It's like, I want one without any bullet holes in it.
Yeah. 2A We Stand was with us tonight. Appreciate you dropping by, 2A, if you're still listening. Bending Ballistics was with us tonight. Eagle Run jumped in there for a while. Mac Man over here in the panel. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, too, being in here. Who else here?
Well, all but me.
Appreciate you, Hasbro, being here, too, man. A lot of guys won't come on and stream live. They're scared to death. Some people are.
Hey, I'm fat and ugly. Well, I'm not afraid.
Heck, I'm old and ugly, and I'm still on here. So, Alaska One Andy was with us. Good to see you, Alaska One. Georgia Trapping here in the panel.
I'll shake my
Critter
stump.
here. Go ahead, Critter.
Stump at you.
Do what, Critter?
So I'll shake my stump at you.
Let's see who else here. Got my thought. Critter can say some of the wildest things sometimes, man. I like Tim S was with us. Good to see you, Tim. Vanessa Kitty was with us here earlier. Reloader 762, PA Reloader, Georgia Trapping. I called Tim. Mario Mosen jumped in earlier. That was about 8:49. He probably left. Good to see you, Mario. Thanks for dropping by. Who else was here? West Covina Dodge, I remember off the top of my head, was with us. Appreciate you dropping here. Hobby's Hobo was with us. He had to watch Star Trek. I thought we were his favorite hobby, all of us talking. All of a sudden now he wants to go watch Star Trek. Yeah, I've been watching. Yeah, it hurts. That's what I mean. I've been watching Stargate SG-1, the series. I'm in a sci-fi too. So
I don't watch regular normal TV. It's either movie channels or nothing.
yeah, I watch SG1, streaming apps, movies. I don't watch much news anymore. I don't watch a lot of
I'm tired
TV
of
anymore.
my fist through TV.
I watch more
Echo
YouTube, actually YouTube, than I do anything.
Yep.
Echo, change your name to Captain Echo. Maybe you'll keep some of the Star Trek fans around.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was just a joke towards Hobo. Hobo's always with us, so we appreciate him coming here. Fuzzfort was with us earlier. Mark Thomas was with us. Who else here? Vanessa Kitty. Tread. Oh, Tread jumped in. I hadn't seen, he wasn't here a few weeks ago with us. Of course, I hadn't streamed in a few weeks either. So, or either, however you say it. I am Southern, so Walter Bunning. Andy 79Z28. Oh, there you go. There's West Covina. I think I about got it. James Pollard, he jumped in there. Appreciate you dropping in, James, if you're still around. And we got to call out D-Dub D37. He's a new viewer or side chat guy. We appreciate you dropping in. Hey, if you want to do a panel, we'll get you in here. If you want to, everything but politics. And even that seems to come up a little bit. As long as we don't get heated, I'm cool with mentioning the war, you know, a few things like that. Just as long as you don't do what I did a long time ago. Tell somebody to F off. So. In my early days. But I maintain now, believe me. Anyway, appreciate all you guys showing. MCK was here, Info Bros. Yeah, he comes in occasionally. Appreciate you dropping by, Info Brothers. So anyway, we're going to wind it down. It's already been an hour and a half, Echo.
Yeah, brother.
Take it away and then move it to the squares.
All right. And thanks everybody for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it. And everybody in the panel, I really appreciate you guys coming out tonight as well. If you would like to, you want me to just go through the panel?
No, just you to say what you got, plug who you want, what you want, and then let Georgia say what he wants to do.
Oh, okay. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, like we usually do.
Yeah. Well, join me tomorrow night. I'll be doing a routine reloading series on 223, 556, and service rifle pressures based on modern sporting rifles. So go ahead and tune in at 6:05 p.m. Eastern Standard for that. And appreciate you having me on, AR.
Of course. Matter of fact, we got to get on the backside. We need to hook you up and get that done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you moving?
On the 1st. So in a few days. I'm packing as we go.
My daughter's going to be moving in, and I'm going to kind of get the vet going, and I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be on the road like Walter. Riding down the road with the stereo wide open with the top off. Hey, I'm coming. Here I am. I remember when I first got a sports car in the 90s, I turned 40 years old, bought my first Corvette. It's almost brand new. I sat at a red light on the way to work one day, and I had my stereo up, Bose Gold, and I had it wide open. And I got the top off, and this older guy next to me, which I called older back then, he looks at me and shakes his head like, what's this a guy think he is, some teenager or something? And I'm sitting there at that red light listening like Lunatic Fringe. You know, wide open, boy, rocking out. So what you got going on, Georgia? What you want to plug or sign off here?
Hopefully I won't be trapping this week. I'm planning on trying to get those 38 specials loaded up, and I'm going to get the Jeep, the tires pumped up. Yeah, I got the tag for it the other day, so I'm going to take it for a spin and see how it does, and hopefully get it on the road this week.
Cool. That'd be great. Yeah, I've been sitting here three years on my 89 Vet, and wound up with a friggin' sticky lifter of all things. But which is not a few years ago, before I got old and some bad health, I would be having that motor yanked out of that car. I went out there and did it, so it would be done. But I appreciate you being here, George. It's good having you.
I sure appreciate you inviting me, and thanks for the help before the live.
Oh, no problem, man. Anything you need, just you got my number now. Just call me.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot. And I enjoyed being on the panel with all these good guys here too. So
we enjoyed having you, man. Big time. I enjoy your show.
Hey, Georgia.
It's just you, but I enjoy sitting there listening to the stories.
Georgia,
Talk about the
are you a
trapping.
member of the forum? I don't remember seeing you.
what's that?
Member of the Highboy Forum?
I go to a lot of the lives, but I submitted my stuff on the forum, but I haven't.
Okay.
I don't even know how to get on there, so I don't.
I was gonna say Critter may have blocked you.
Well, yes. Go to 76highboy.com.
Yep, I was gonna call that out. But
Okay. All right, I'll do it. I'll be over there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
check
you.
out 76highboy.com. But yeah, I appreciate you being here, George.
Okay, thanks.
What you up to, Hasbro? What you want to plug and what you got coming up?
Well, first of all, sorry. I just didn't think, so I won't do that anymore. Going to be working on this 300 hammer, of course, right? I'll get that one built. I've got a 6mm arc I built, haven't shot around through it. I got a bunch of 300 blackout stuff ready to go and working on videos. Working on a video for a company called Steel Camel. Now, I'm doing this just as a favor to the guy. I'm not sponsored by him, but it's a really interesting desiccant that you can use, to protect your ammo, put in your safe. And so I'm just finishing up about 2 months worth of testing on that one. It'll be interesting results. It's not particularly cheap, but it's really effective. And so maybe if you have some real high-end guns or something. But anyway, I'm just going to show the results and people can judge what they want. So that's
Sounds
the kind
good.
of stuff I'm working on.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you for
working
having me
on.
on. AR,
Oh,
thank
great.
you.
Yeah, man. I enjoy having you on. Been a pleasure having you here. Yeah, I want to get me a safe. I may end up, when I get the car going, maybe get me a safe. And I want to get in a precision rifle. And I want to get a Canic. And I want to start buying a pistol a month club. I want to join it.
I wish I was just a pistol a month. It's more like a pistol a week.
I almost said pistol of the week. I'm just joking. I enjoy your guns.
If I did that, I'd have
all your videos, man.
If I did that, I'd have an S rifle. I'm tempted.
I definitely I want a precision rifle. Seriously, all jokes aside, I want a Canic. I want a red dot optic gun, so I'd probably just be a Canic. And I get those two. I want a single action, either Black Hawk or 45. And and the 30-30 when it comes out. I want the 30-30, even though Ruger's making it, or once they take it over. I do want to get one of their higher end models, though. I don't want to get the bottom of the ladder. But anyway, take over to you, Matt. Oh, over to you, Critter.
Hi, Millsap Duo. We just jumped on.
Hey, Millsap. How you doing, brother?
Well, that's the same deal with you, Hasbro. I don't remember seeing you on there either. It's a collection of everybody that's got information or experience reloading with guns, trucks, whatever. It's a collection in a hive mentality. You ask a question on a forum, and you've got at least 30 different experts or people with experience to give you the answers, especially with your reloading stuff.
Yeah.
I run the acceptance. So if I kind of know you and I don't know you, and you try to sign in with a VPN, I'll let you go. But if I don't know you, you ain't coming in.
yeah, guys. I'm a moderator on there too, and I hadn't been on there recently. I got to get on there. I usually used to get up every morning, get up in there about 11 or 12 o'clock. I'd go through. I think last time was last week or so. I was welcoming some people, new members. So I got a lot. I need to get back over and do some work. So what's going on, Mike?
Yeah, thanks for letting me on again. I really enjoy these live streams. It's great coming on and meeting new people and everything. Sorry I was a bit late, but work ran over a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna do some videos this weekend. Like I said, I want to do an unboxing on that Canic. I'm gonna do a video of me mounting the red dot I'm going to take it shooting. I still haven't shot that revolver, that 10mm revolver. So that's going to go out this weekend. I'm going to shoot that.
Cool.
So I got a bit of shooting going on. And I just want to say that this is all new to me, all the live streams, and I really enjoy it. It's great meeting all you guys. But I just want to say one thing about Critter. You were a real inspiration to me, Critter, with what you've got going on, and you're loading, and you're shooting, and you're enjoying life.
Mm-hmm.
I got to take my hat off to you, guy. You are a huge inspiration for what you're doing, and you're always so bubbly. You're always so happy, and I just want to thank you because you inspire us. You really do.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that. Sorry, but I just wanted to say that.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you.
say me too.
Okay.
A lot of guys give up in life, Critter. You still with us and seem to enjoy life, man.
Well, the hardest work I do is walk out the door with the stupid prosthetic.
Yeah, but you're shooting, you're reloading, you're casting, you're doing everything, and it's
Well,
it's
I'm
it's
burning
amazing.
myself with the casting. Hey, you can't cast unless you burn a thumb
Mm-hmm.
or your
I-
throat.
I had a friend lost years ago. I went to school with. He lost one leg and he gave up on life entirely. He basically destroyed himself.
Well, that's the sucky part, because I was right-handed.
Yeah.
That really makes things difficult. It really pissed me off when the dog pulled me out of the wheelchair. I fell that side of my body, and that hurt. I caught my arm like this real hard,
Man.
and my stump.
Oh boy.
I laid on the ground screaming, "Help! Help! Help!" I looked over, and my parents had already left. I rolled over, got back up, got back into the wheelchair, and went home and took some pain pills.
Yeah, it's good to have you here, Critter. That's why I usually invite you, man.
You
I
are
enjoy
a real hero, Critter. You are what they
Yeah.
call a hero, and I tell you, I stand by that 100%.
Yeah, we appreciate your service too, Critter, to the country.
You know what? I'm gonna do something. Hold on.
But anyway, you guys check out highboy76highboy.com. Check the forum out. A lot of good guys on there that know got a lot of knowledge. Walter's on there, Critter. I'm on there. Mac's on there. Join if you're not on there, Hasbro, sign up. It's you can ask questions, people will answer
Yeah,
you. You can
yeah. Do me a
post
favor.
pictures.
Say that again. I was just typing it in.
76highboy.com.
Okay.
And got everything about
Everything
everything on the
gonna let
sun
me
you can
in?
talk about. Yeah, Critter will let you in.
Yeah.
What he does occasionally, people that work from home go through a VPN to their corporate network, and he don't recognize the IP, and that causes things
Right.
sometimes. Let me blow you up, Critter.
I've got
What
all.
up there?
I got
Wow.
VPN set up here, so.
Sergeant.
I was let's see what I put it. I was in for 11 years, 3 days.
Wow.
I wasn't no fancy grunt. I was a signal corps. I was above corps, so I didn't get to play in the dirt and all that stuff. I stayed in with the AC or the heat, depending on the year.
Still
But-
served your country.
That's cool.
Mhm.
I was good enough to send over to Desert Storm, put in a communications facility, get it up, get everything working. Then everything was done. They sent me back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reloader 762. Yeah, but I know you.
Yeah. MCK
Hasbro if I hadn't met Hasbro on here or I wouldn't have known him. And he come to using a VPN. He wouldn't have got in.
I used to VPN for a while here through Norton, and I just quit. I finally just didn't do it anymore. So,
I don't mind as long as I know who you are when you first sign up. Once you first sign up, we know who you are. You're not going to do nefarious stuff, so we'll let you in.
well, even if they do, we can kick them out, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
Well, it's like we've had one incident with one person. That was a couple years ago. We started crap every time he came in, so we got rid of him.
I think I know who you're talking about.
You were part of it too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
But
Yeah. I wonder what happened about that. Totally. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a great forum. It's all polite and nice. There's no bitching on there. You can ask a question and you'll get answers from multiple people. There's people post pictures on there. There's videos on there. There's so much knowledge on there. We've all got video channels in this. You can go and scroll through all the guys that have got channels and go through this stuff. And you just, if you've got a question, you pop it up.
Yeah.
And within 10, 15 minutes, you've got probably 2 or 3 answers already. So it's a really good forum.
I only started this hobby in 2018.
Oh, wow.
I started watching it stuff from 2016 and 17 before I jumped. I sat there on YouTube all day long, watching, reloading stuff, people building stuff. In 2019, the very first that year, I started kicking that stuff off. First thing I started loading is 1,000 357 bullets.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I built up a.
There we go. I applied, so I look forward to it.
Reloading's fun. I enjoy it. It's I got a 650 here, and I've told you guys this occasionally. I enjoy the Forester or the T7. I don't hardly ever run the 650. Just maybe sometime for priming. Sometime if I needed to size something fast, I would use it. You know. But anyway, I appreciate you guys being here on the panel.
550 that I have.
Do what, Hasbro?
Well, I was just say I have a 550B. I have literally tens of thousands of rounds off, and the thing is just still perfectly solid and true. And it puts me at a bit of a date stamp because I think I bought that in '96. But it's still awesome. I use it for pistol rounds primarily, or bulk, 223 stuff. But it's a well-built machine.
Walter likes that 550. Somebody else was asking about that last week, and I can't remember who it was on the side chat.
Yeah, Walter sold his 650 or 750, whatever he had, and he got that 550 instead.
Uncle Jim just posted a video. I know it gave me an alert on through my browser. Actually, I sent him a link tonight, but he didn't drop by. Hey, Uncle John. Wonder where you were at, man. Good to see you. Anyway, John H., he joined us. Appreciate you dropping in, John. We're about to wind down, though, guys. Hey, it was... Yeah, everybody's Star Trekking out on us tonight. Anyway, we enjoy all you all. Thanks for being on the panel. Thanks for being in the side chat. You all have a good one. We all can hang behind the backside of this if you want. We will catch you on the flip side, and God bless.
Good night, guys.
Take
care.
Good night, everyone.